Hey there, fellow soil enthusiasts. I'm thrilled you've stopped by the Soil Sensei channel today because we're diving deep into one of nature's most underrated soil amendments, leaf mold. If you've been raking up those autumn leaves and tossing them in the trash, you've been throwing away liquid gold for your garden. Trust me, after 15 years of getting my hands dirty and transforming countless gardens, I can tell you that leaf mold is the secret weapon that separates good gardeners from great ones. What exactly is leaf mold, and why should you care? Simply put, it's decomposed leaves that have transformed into a dark, crumbly, sweet-smelling organic matter that your plants absolutely adore. But here's where it gets fascinating. The science behind this transformation is nothing short of miraculous, and understanding it will completely change how you view those fallen leaves in your yard. When leaves fall to the forest floor, they don't just disappear. They undergo a complex biological process that's been perfecting itself for millions of years. Unlike hot composting, which relies on bacteria and reaches high temperatures, leaf mold creation is a cool, slow process dominated by fungi. These fungal networks, primarily consisting of species like trichoderma and various saprophytic fungi, work methodically to break down the tough lignin and cellulose in leaves. What makes this process so special is that it creates a soil amendment with a completely different structure than traditional compost. The fungal decomposition creates long, thread-like networks called hyphae that form an intricate web throughout the leaf mold. This fungal network doesn't just disappear when you add the leaf mold to your soil. It continues working, creating pathways for water and nutrients while forming beneficial relationships with your plant roots. The timeline is beautifully predictable too. In most climates, you'll have usable leaf mold in 12 to 18 months, though I've seen it happen faster in humid conditions with the right leaf mix. The process is so gentle that it preserves many of the beneficial compounds that would be lost in hot composting, including various phenolic compounds that can actually help suppress soil-borne plant diseases. Here's where leaf mold truly shines and why I get so excited talking about it. Research has shown that leaf mold can hold up to 500% of its weight in water. Let that sink in for a moment. That means 1 pound of leaf mold can hold 5 pounds of water. Compare this to sand, which holds virtually no water, or even good garden soil, which typically holds about 20 to 30% of its weight in water. But it's not just about holding water, it's about releasing it intelligently. The fungal structure in leaf mold creates what soil scientists call stable aggregation. These aggregates form tiny reservoirs that hold water during wet periods and slowly release it during dry spells. I've seen gardeners reduce their watering by 40 to 50% simply by incorporating a good layer of leaf mold into their beds. The water retention benefits extend beyond just convenience and water conservation. Plants grown in soil amended with leaf mold show remarkable resilience during drought conditions. The steady moisture supply means less stress on plants, which translates to stronger growth, better fruit production, and increased resistance to pests and diseases. If water retention is leaf mold's superpower, then soil structure improvement is its secret identity. When you work leaf mold into heavy clay soil, something magical happens. The fungal networks and organic matter help create spaces between clay particles, dramatically improving drainage and root penetration. I've worked with clay soils so dense you could make pottery with them, and within a single growing season of leaf mold applications, they've transformed into loose, workable earth. For sandy soils, leaf mold works the opposite magic. It acts like tiny sponges scattered throughout the sand, slowing water movement and giving plant roots time to absorb nutrients before they leach away. The organic matter also provides binding agents that help sandy particles clump together into more stable aggregates. The pH buffering capacity of leaf mold is another often overlooked benefit. While it's generally neutral to slightly acidic, leaf mold helps stabilize soil pH over time. This means fewer dramatic swings that can stress plants and lock up nutrients. I've seen gardens maintain steady pH levels for years, with regular leaf mold applications, even in areas with challenging water or soil chemistry. Now let's talk about nutrients, because this is where the science gets really exciting. Leaf mold doesn't just add nutrients to your soil, it creates an entire nutrient cycling system. The fungal networks in leaf mold form partnerships with plant roots called mycorrhizal associations. These relationships are like having a personal nutrient delivery service for each plant. The fungi extend far beyond where plant roots can reach, gathering nutrients and water from a much larger area and trading them to plants in exchange for sugars. Studies have shown that plants connected to mycorrhizal networks can access 10 times more soil volume than their roots alone could reach. This means better nutrition, stronger plants, and improved yields across your entire garden. Leaf mold also acts as a slow-release fertilizer. As it continues to decompose in your soil, it gradually releases nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and trace minerals. But unlike synthetic fertilizers that can cause rapid growth spurts followed by crashes, leaf mold provides steady, measured nutrition that supports consistent plant growth throughout the growing season. Creating leaf mold is refreshingly simple, which is why I love recommending it to both beginners and busy gardeners. Start by collecting leaves in autumn oak, maple, beech, and birch work exceptionally well, though avoid walnut leaves, which contain compounds that can inhibit plant growth. Shred the leaves if possible, as smaller pieces decompose faster, but whole leaves work fine if you're patient. Create a simple 3-sided bin using chicken wire or wooden pallets, or simply pile leaves in an out-of-the-way corner of your yard. The pile should ideally be at least 3 feet wide and 3 feet high to maintain proper moisture and create the right environment for fungal activity. Unlike composting, you don't need to turn the pile regularly, just let nature do its work. Keep the pile as moist as a wrung-out sponge throughout the process. In dry climates, you might need to water occasionally, while in wet areas, you might want to cover the pile to prevent oversaturation. The sweet, earthy smell of properly decomposing leaf mold is unmistakable. If it smells sour or unpleasant, the pile is too wet and needs better drainage. Once your leaf mold is ready, it should be dark brown, crumbly, and smell like forest floor. You can use it in numerous ways. As a soil amendment, work 2 to 4 inches into your planting beds each spring. For container gardens, replace up to 30% of your potting mix with leaf mold. As a mulch, apply a 2 to 3 inch layer around plants, keeping it a few inches away from plant stems to prevent pest issues. For seed starting, leaf mold creates an ideal growing medium when mixed with equal parts garden soil and compost. The fungal networks help protect young seedlings from damping off disease, while the gentle nutrient release supports steady growth without burning tender roots. The science behind leaf mold reveals why it's been nature's soil improvement system for millions of years. From revolutionary water retention to building soil structure and creating nutrient highways, leaf mold offers benefits that no synthetic amendment can match. The best part? It costs nothing but time and transforms what many consider yard waste into your garden's most valuable resource. Ready to start your own leaf mold journey? Those autumn leaves are calling your name. If this article has opened your eyes to the incredible potential hiding in your leaf pile, make sure to subscribe to Soil Sensei for more science-backed gardening wisdom. Share this with fellow gardeners who are ready to discover the surprising power of leaf mold. Your plants will thank you for it.